Up next on QUTV, having trouble with your car in the cold? We will have some tips to help your car get warmed up to the weather. Also, some changes are coming to the meal plans next semester.
Graduates of QU, it's time to pay back those loans. We have some information to help make it simpler for you. Also, Keenan O'Connor is back with the latest news from the video game industry and Gamers Insight. Welcome to our first episode of the spring semester of QUTV. I'm one of the many new additions to the QUTV family, Kayleigh Kelley.
And I'm Jeremy Culver, returning to bring you news and popular culture for the Quincy University students, produced by QU students.
Our top story, change was a big theme in 2011, and for seniors, 2012 will be no different. With graduation less than 4 months away, it's important to start thinking about your student loan repayment. Seniors should remember to keep the contact information with their loan provider up to date. If the loan company does not have your current contact information regarding your payment, the loan could go into default. It is ultimately the student's responsibility. New for this year is a program called Special Direct Consolidation Loans. The program is intended to help borrowers manage their debt by ensuring all of their federal loans are serviced by the same entity, resulting in one bill and one payment.
The Special Direct Consolidation is a program happening from right now to the end of June of this year. The eligibility requirements are a little complicated, but the servicers will be contacting everyone who is eligible for that. So again, that goes back to keeping in good contact with your servicer and keeping your contact information up to date.
To find out what student loans you have, you can visit the National Student Loan Data Servicing website at the link on your screen. Students will need their Social Security number and their FAFSA PIN.
Continuing the theme of change, some big changes are coming to Brenner Library to help your caffeine fix. The library is building a cafe and lounge in the basement, which have closed the north stairs to the basement. Also, all service desks will be consolidated on the main floor and will be called the Information Commons. We asked library officials how long it would take until students can check out this new lounge.
Except for the outside work is dependent on the weather. They may have most everything done by Easter if all goes well. They're moving very, very quickly.
The new renovations will also include upgrading the basement bathrooms and creating a handicapped accessible entrance. Tom Zach also said they appreciate the students' patience and asked that we pardon the dust.
Quincy University is undergoing another change with the meal plan in hopes of improving the students' meal budgeting problems. Chartwells has developed the hybrid meal plan as an attempt to help students maintain meals until the end of the semester. Students will receive less meal tickets in exchange for 5 to 7 meals being put aside every week. Depending on what meal plan they choose, although the meals will not roll over until the next week, the plan will make sure that students will still be able to eat throughout each week. This new plan will be put into effect in the fall semester.
Speaking of food, plenty of it will be passed around this weekend thanks to the Super Bowl. With the game right around the corner, football fans are all preparing their snacks and drinks for the battle between the New England Patriots and the New York Giants. QU students are no exception, and here are their thoughts on the rematch of Super Bowl 43.
To me, it really doesn't matter because I'm just going home just to hang out with the family and chill.
I don't really care. We're going to watch it in my house with lots of family and lots of food. So it doesn't really matter as long as the commercials are good and the halftime show is great.
Well, I think the Patriots are going to win, but I want the Giants to win. I don't know. I think Tom Brady's I know he's really good. I think he's too good. So I think they're going to win.
I really don't know who's going to win the Super Bowl. I'm just saying, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it with some friends, probably at a dorm room, have fun, eat munchies, but I really could care less who wins.
Quincy University's artist-in-residence, Leonara Supan Garich, will be performing the Beethoven Cycle 2 this Sunday, February 5th. Her performance of this difficult piece will begin at 1 p.m. in the QU Chapel. It is free to the public and will be a completion to the Beethoven Cycle 1 performance that she performed on January 22nd. For more information on the performance and the recording, you can visit the music department at North Campus.
It is always a good feeling when you end a season in a historical fashion as the men's volleyball team did last year. It is also a great feeling when you can start off the season undefeated. I sat down earlier this week with a member of the volleyball team who really knows what it means to walk on to the court. I am here with Josh Ferrell, sophomore men's volleyball player. Welcome, Josh.
Thank you.
All right, so your season is off to a great start of 9-0.
Yep.
How do you feel it is going?
I feel like it's going great. The team's really meshing well, and we have tons of starters back from last year, and it's really rolling pretty well right now.
Last year, talking about it, was an historic year for the volleyball team, but you guys started off 3-5 with 2 losses to Ohio State. Do you feel this team is even better than last year?
Those are 2 pretty tough losses. We're getting to the tougher part of our schedule now. We're traveling to Wisconsin this weekend. Those are going to be 2 really tough games. After those, we're going to see where we're at. I feel like we're pretty good, so I'm pretty excited.
All right, now correct me if I'm wrong. You are a walk-on to the team, correct?
Yes, I am.
All right, how did you decide to walk onto the team after varsity lettering in basketball and baseball in high school?
It's kind of a different story, I guess, kind of unique. I played baseball and basketball junior high and high school. My junior year of high school, I started playing adult leagues in volleyball back in Jacksonville. And then I went to a college fair and I saw a brochure for Quincy University. Saw a picture of a men's volleyball team on there. And I felt like that would be a pretty great experience. So then I emailed the head coach, Hadley, and I'm here today. So.
All right, well, you've played in 6 matches last year and 2 matches so far this year. How do you feel that you make the team better being off the court?
My attitude, I feel like if I work hard and practice every day, if I get the starters better, then overall as a team, it builds chemistry as well as makes the starters better, which then produces a better record and success.
And how do you feel you make the starters better? By working harder in practice, or what do you do to help those starters get even better than before?
Continually pushing them. Me working hard shows them that it's important to the bench players as well as to them. On campus, we always hang out together. Team chemistry is a big part for our team. We're not the biggest, we're not the strongest, so we really have to be scrappy in order to win ball games. So.
And some people don't know that men's volleyball is the only D1 school at our school. How do you feel playing on the only D1 sport?
It's pretty special. I really enjoy it. I think we're kind of a group that sets ourselves apart in the rest of the university, so I enjoy it.
All right, well, thank you, Josh, and you know what? You just have a great season.
Thank you.
New to QUTV this semester is Carl Faron, our news sports reporter. Welcome, Carl. What was the big news over the week?
Thanks, Jeremy. Well, football was the only sport at QU at the NAIA college level, but that's changing in 2012 as they make the jump to the Division II of the NCAA. With this change comes a change within the coaching staff. In December, QU hired Tom Pagic to be the new head coach. Previously, Pagic spent 8 years as the offensive coordinator at Bloomsburg University in Pennsylvania. I spoke with Pagic earlier this week about his arrival at QU.
Thought it was a ground floor type program. I thought the sky was the limit, and with Coach Beller, athletic director, and his support, our president, Dr. Gervasi, his support, I knew they wanted to make football better than it has been. And I think the newness of that and the challenge of that, you don't usually take.
The team seems to be excited about the new additions to the coaching staff and expect to have a hard-working professional attitude on the field. Coach Pajic hit the ground running as this Wednesday was the National College Football Signing Day. Coach Pajic announced the signings during a press conference at the Hall of Fame room Wednesday afternoon. 10 of the 11 names come from the tri-state area, with the exception being Florida. The coaching staff hopes to create a new basis to build on as well as add talent to the current team. We wish Coach Pajic and the rest of the football program here at QU best of luck in this upcoming season.
Okay, thanks, Carl.
1 month can seem like a lifetime in the gaming world. QUTV's Keenan O'Connor straightens out the facts from fiction in the segment of Gamers Insight.
Welcome back, gamers, to the first segment of Gamers Insight for 2012. I hope everybody enjoyed their holiday break. I know I sure did, until I took an arrow to the knee. As 2011 approached an end, everyone was choosing their favorite games of 2011, and, to no surprise, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim came out on top for the most part, following closely with Batman Arkham City and Assassin's Creed Revelations. It's no surprise that these games came in top, especially with the awards given to them from Spike's VGA for the Video Game of the Year, Best Xbox Game, Best Action Adventure, Best RPG, and many more. As we start approaching the spring, many of the publishers have released information about the fall upcoming releases such as XCOM Enemy Unknown. I spoke in an earlier segment about how there is a new XCOM coming out developed by 2K Games. This, however, is not that, but a remake of the 1994 version that so many PC game lovers fell in love with. XCOM, which will be released in 2013, will have a completely new design to the game, but still stay in the same time frame as the original as opposed to XCOM Enemy Unknown, where it will maintain the same format as the 1990 version, but a different storyline, some new characters, and a new modern swing to things to make it a more present-day feel. Activision has just recently released more in-depth information about going back old-school style with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD. Yep, Activision is going back to the boards and half-pipes with this complication of all the favorite maps from the series. As well, Robomoto, the developer for the remake, isn't just eyeballing this one either. They were able to obtain the original files from Neversoft, the original developers of the series. With that, they have vamped up graphics, put in new characters, and replaced the old cassette tapes with modern DVDs. Other than those new features, the game is going to have the same format with everything. So dust off those old skater mags and break out your skateboards as Activision goes old school in this revamped classic. As many of you have probably heard, Universal and Hasbro Studios are making a movie of the famous board game Battleship. In addition to the handheld game you can get for your phone or iPod, Activision is also making a first-person shooter video game from both the basic game and the movie. Both the movie and game are to be released in May. Ghost Recon Future Soldier, developed by Ubisoft, is said to be released this spring with many new features such as soldier commands, invisible cloaking devices, and many more. Though many have been skeptical about the new design, Matt Burtz from Game Informer magazine has assured that his review of the games will divert from the origins of the series, but are a great new asset to the game and the series as a whole in this Back to the Future first-person shooter. Thanks for watching, everyone, and if you want updates, news, and other gamers who are on campus who share your passion for video games, be sure to check out the Gamers Insight Facebook page at the link below. For QUTV, I'm Keenan O'Connor.
If you're thinking about continuing your education after you graduate from QU, the master's program at Quincy University might be for you. Quincy University offers 4 options for master degrees: Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Education, Master of Science in Education and Counseling, and Master of Theological Studies. You don't have to go far if you're interested in one of the programs. Just stop by the admissions office in Francis Hall.
Right now is a perfect time to begin the application process for either summer 2012 or fall 2012. If students are interested in pursuing graduate studies, they can apply online at the website quincy.edu, complete the graduate application, and then there is a portfolio process with supporting documents that are required for a graduate application. Or they can contact the admissions office, schedule an appointment, and we will be happy to walk them through the portfolio, everything that's required, and help them build that application.
To enroll in the master's program or for more information, you can contact QU at 217-228-5432 or visit the QU homepage at www.quincy.edu.
It doesn't feel like it now with record-breaking high temperatures, but Mother Nature can be a disaster for your car with plenty of winter left. Here are some quick tips to help make sure your car lasts through the cold months. Before driving away, start your car and let your car heat up. This prevents long-term damage on your engine. Check your oil and coolant levels and make sure you are up to date on your oil changes. Use a tire gauge to determine if you have the proper amount of air in your tires. Try to keep from dropping below half a tank to a quarter of a tank of gas to prevent parts of your engine from severe damage. It never hurts to keep a blanket in the back seat in case of emergency.
Last week, the student group Up Till Dawn held its first big fundraising event to help St. Jude's Children Cancer Research. Teams gathered for food, fun, and the highlight of the event, the letter writing campaign. Every person who sent out 50 letters asking for money for St. Jude's was eligible for a prize. There are plenty of ways for students to get involved with this great cause.
We have a special event on February 25th. One of the professors here, Dr. Hill, her daughter has decided to, who is in second grade, has decided to throw a birthday party on campus and donate all of her presents to St. Jude's. So that's really exciting.
Another occasion to get involved will be the finale event on March 30th, a celebration for all of the fundraising done for St. Jude's. The goal of Up Till Dawn is 30 teams of 5 people with hopes of raising $30,000.
Are you interested in making films? There is a new club on campus and it may be just for you. It is called the Filmmaking Club. The club started by sophomore Josh Hale. The club is looking for members who have a passion for film, whether it is script writing, filmmaking, or acting. Meetings will be held Thursday at 7 p.m. at the Student Living Center.
Thanks for joining us on our season premiere of Season 5 of QUTV. Remember to check back every Friday to see what is new on QU's campus. For QUTV, I'm Kayleigh Kelley.
And I'm Jeremy Culver. Be sure to like us on our fan page on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for chances to win giveaways in future episodes. Signing off for QUTV. By the students, for the students.